Hey guys, hey guys. You can come on in the room. This live is inspired because I was just on Yusuf Live, Ratchet TV today. Please go check him out. It's shared already. Um, but he was having like an interesting conversation, and then I just think it's important for Black women to know, especially if you're worried about the title of marriage. Max Boogie, hey boo. I think it's a lot of important things to go into place. I think if you're going to be dating down, especially if you feel like you're getting up, you're being advantaged on the uphill by they extra heavy on the protecting, like the Nikki Minaj situation, and I think Wendy was too. So these are both women that they say what they want, blah blah blah, speak how they feel, and then some people they don't necessarily need to marry somebody. Like me for myself, I'm not bragging. I just know that the men in my family, and that's another thing we're going to get into later discussion about. But the way the men in my family are set up, like that's never been like a big concerning. No, I'm not dragging Nikki. I'm having a discussion. I mean, if you're a hardcore Nikki fan and you don't see no reason, I guess you probably is gonna see this as a dragging. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm not dragging her. I don't hate on nobody. I'm just trying to have a discussion, and I'm trying to say how you could go wrong even when planning right. So Nicki Minaj married somebody that's supposed to have all the street cred, but apparently his street cred is tied into um bullying women and other men, even the ones on the bottom of the totem pole, like the black ones, the Black American ones. I mean, in the worldwide in general, but I'm talking about some culture shit. Oh, she was here earlier. She probably in the clouds. I'll be back. She was here earlier in my other live, but I was going to use a lot to talk about this. But yeah, so Nicki Minaj, she married down, and I guess the upselling point is his street cred, but his street cred is tied into women, bullying women, essay women, blah blah blah. Hey Trini to the bone. So where I come from, that's not real street cred. You don't get respected. Men actually trying to prove their manhood, whether they 5'5" or 6'10", they're gonna go after you first because it's a known fact that men who only go against women are scared of men. You know what I'm saying? So that's a known fact. Now, some men that they'll do both, but for the most part, men that only attack women, they're usually scared of men. So I never consider him to have street cred just based on how I was raised and brought up. So I never considered that. Now, Wendy Williams' husband, that too, it could be that. It could be that. Now, Wendy Williams' husband, for example, he's one of those guys that would apparently hits men and women. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, and I'm like I said, we all seen that's why this is what this video is about. You could plan well and still fail. So even though Wendy was putting up what she thought was thug love, I guess, with him choking her out when she don't answer back because she's a boss at work, he got to be the boss over at home, so he was being extra. And I think I think both men in this situation are DL. Let's be clear. So but Wendy Williams' husband, he was more of an old school gangster, and I was born like literally 1980. I was literally born in 80. And back when I was growing up, there was a code of conduct. There is really no code of conduct. Like Kenneth was I think like he came from a line of men that didn't respect the code of conduct. That's why he took his aggravation out on women. He come from a lot of men that probably do that. But it seemed like Wendy Williams' husband, he had to be more secretive with his beating because there was a code of conduct, and certain things wasn't looked at as a good look. You know what I'm saying? And it also knows that as a man, you have to bring something to the table. So even if he had the money, we're talking about Wendy Williams' husband, he didn't have the money to like to match her, but he could use his street smarts and his intimidation factors in the boardroom. See, she's smart. She knows how to run the business. So yeah, she gonna put bugs in his ear while letting him think he came up with the idea. So he's gonna go with them bugs, flip it in his mind to make it seem like it's not her idea. So therefore, he got to add something to it. It's kind of like how somebody write a song for a celebrity and then they write one line in the chorus and now they getting singers writer credit. So that's basically the best way to say it with Wendy Williams and her husband. So it seems to me like, I don't know. I'm not saying he wasn't smart, but I'm just saying his smartness didn't produce him the level of success Wendy Williams did. So it seems, but he had the capability to think in a boardroom. He was a more well-rounded person. So he used his street tactics, but he upgraded them so he could be more intimidated in the boardrooms. But he also had the wherewithal in his mind to also push deals. You know what I'm saying? So it was two things going on in that aspect. So he had the street connections, he had the intimidation factor, but he also knew how to use his fucking brain. Because obviously you could say, I would say Nikki Minaj is prettier than Wendy Williams, but they both have colorism issues and they both want to be with a thug. Exactly. And Kenneth is just that. He's just a prop. He's not a real street gangster. He's not. Like, and he thinks that, and you could know that he's been in the streets all his life, but yet he's acting out the Wire series. Like what is wrong? I can't even say the Wire. He's acting like, because the people that made the Wire, they actually know what's going on in the street. That's what made it so good. But Kenneth is literally acting out rap videos from studio gangsters. He's literally doing that. But her biggest sell to marrying him is he's supposed to be a street nigga. I'm sorry, he's not. And then not only he's not a real street nigga, like if let's be honest, Cardi is Offset is not connected like that. You know what I'm saying? Megan is not connected with nobody. I think the last person Megan was dating was Barty, whatever that guy name is. He's not connected to the street like that. But I promise you, if somebody ever pressed Nikki, like I don't think Nikki will ever press what's that girl name? Run DMC daughter that's with that rapper guy. I don't think she'll press her. And everybody know Angela's easy pickings. Angela Simmons, that guy, she's her boyfriend now. I don't know if they engaged or whatever. She ain't pressing him because that's a real street nigga. So now Nikki can't even be as vocal as she wants to because she got somebody that's claiming to be street. And Nikki got to know this nigga ain't street. So I feel like Nikki is too smart of a businesswoman to let him do this. And she's only doing this because she wants to make him feel like a man. Yeah, that's his name, Yo Gotti. Thank you. I couldn't remember for shit. Thank you so much, Harley Q. Yeah, I don't think Nikki would press Angela because Yo Gotti ain't going to be having that. And this is a totally different dynamic. Yo Gotti really did not need Angela Simmons. He upgraded her. Now, Offset and Cardi B, did Offset upgrade Cardi? Yeah, kind of, yeah. But he ain't feeling her like that. He saw her as a way to get even more of a bigger bag. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be surprised because both of their careers is falling off. They're gonna cash in on the biracial look, but their kids ain't anyway. Because when you got that biracial look, they want you to look more white adjacent. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. But anyway, Kenneth is not helping Nikki at all. All he did was take down her reputation with his former charges. If all his former charges had to do with street shit, unfortunately, people would have ate it up. But because of the type of charges he got, nobody considered that shit street. So what is he trying to do? Build up a street name with Nikki's money. If he had it like that, let's be honest. I don't know about y'all, but I watch a lot of gangster documentaries and whatever you want to call it. Like when they do the hood thing, what people went to jail for, the people they were stepping with, whatever the case may be. He's never mentioned. ever. So I don't know why Nikki's trying to use her popularity to build him up. It's not happening. Then the way he's moving is like a green nigga, like a studio gangster. So he's taken away from her bag immediately. But look at what Kevin Hunter did. He helped Wendy Williams build up her bag, but he felt emasculated because no man is going to feel like a real man if the woman is the one with the bag. You can give them the money. You could let them have control of your money. You know what they're gonna do with the control of your money? Spend and now we're talking Wendy Williams, Nikki Minaj, but this doesn't stop at them. You could be a CNA worker, a school teacher, a transit worker. You give a grown ass man who don't know how to make it in life for himself control of your money. You know what he's gonna do? Find every single way he can to control the fuck out of you and let you know just because you make more money than him, you ain't better than him. And then in the same token, he's going to turn around and take that same money he's controlling of yours and spend it on a woman that makes him feel like a man because she needs him financially, emotionally, and all this other stuff. It's not going to be complete if a man ain't protecting and providing. And more of the time, I feel like most times when a man can't provide for you, he can't protect you because he's too busy worried about his ego because everybody know he can't provide for you. So whatever comes across as protection is really something that's about him, not about you. He'll do little things to make it seem like publicly, but at the end of the day, like I said, anybody that see that stunt Kenneth pull as protection is weird as hell to me. It was nothing about protection there. That was all ego. Trying to make himself feel better. So as much as you want to be accommodating and go 50-50, blah, 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 ain't nothing going to make a man feel like a man until he be one. There's no amount of money you can give him. We're talking about Wendy Williams and Nikki Minaj, who I know will never see my videos. I'm talking to the CNA workers, the transit workers, people who hold the fucking flag. It doesn't matter. Like shit, some niggas will try to take control of your SSI and welfare. They don't give a fuck. Anything that gives them something. Thank you, Wear Me. How you doing, boo? Hey, Tony T. Oh, long time no see. We gotta have a conversation another day. But anyway. That is just the truth. It's no way a man gonna feel like you cannot pay no man way through manhood. Like it's a process. It's steps he got to take. You can't pay for it. You can't love him that way. Like that has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about him and his process in life. Has nothing to do with you. Okay, just let me know. Because I got some questions. But yeah, so I just want people to know that because there's a lot of people on here hating on me because I feel the way I feel about relationships. But that's the reason why they're hating on me because I don't go through the things they went through. Like I always have an issue getting rid of men. I never have an issue finding men. And you could think you look better than me. You could think your house is cleaner than mine. You could think you could have more prettier babies than me, but you won't ever win over me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, online is nothing to me. I deal with this in real life all the fucking time. All the fucking time. They can't get it. They can't understand it because in their mind, but they don't do anything in their life as a woman to show it. Look at the type of niggas like It's unfathomable to a lot of bitches like, oh, yo nigga give you 1K every week. Why not? Because you can't get it. Because how you carry yourself when nobody's on, when no cameras watching, you kissing a fat ass nigga ass. I would never. Fat niggas can't, or all we could do is be friends if he nice. Hey, can I? That's what he can do for me. A fat nigga cannot get in my bed. And so what if I'm fat? That's my standards for myself. I'm allowed to have whatever standards I want. And I stand on my shit. Like it's been times I've been single for like a year or two. I don't even give a fuck. I'd rather wait and then settle. So that's I already be knowing. More people hate for me, it comes from they think they better than me, but they can't live the life that way. And everything they got, they had to work hard for it, and I didn't. And that makes them upset. I made decisions early in life, but I have backup plans for myself. So I'm not even coming at the women who want to be like, okay, make sure you got yourself set up. You know what I'm saying? And I do. I really do. I went to school. I always take up trades, and a lot of things I do as a stay-at-home mom can be transferable skills to work. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the management position. But because I actually took like they got the surveys. They already said I'm not good for telling people what to do, because I really don't like telling people what to do. I like to show them the way. If they want to do it, they do. They don't. They don't. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. If you're not my child, I'm not that heavily invested in your life. You know what I'm saying? Even my friends, I love them to death, but it was trial by everything. It's like I had to learn, like, she gonna come around to it, and sometimes I was wrong, sometimes I was right. You never fucking know. That's why I don't even get heavily invested like that no more, and people and how they go about it, because nobody's gonna tell you everything. So some things may not make sense to me, but it make perfect sense to them. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. She said, why would it be unfathomable to think that you can land a good man? Why are they pressed about your relation not there? That part. And that's why they can't get a good man. They so worried about me and mine. He's so fly, and I'm not. Oh, and I don't even want him to come across this video like he the best man in the world, because we have our argument. But I'm saying, compared to what other people go through, I don't go through it. And people, like, if I break up, and this has been a standard thing, except for with the American guy that I dealt with. The only Dusty I had in my life that I have like a long term thing with is my son dad. That's American. Every other man, even if I have a kid with them or not, I don't have that issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be broke up with them, but of course I'm not going back to them for shit. But like, when I break up with like with my ex, like it didn't change anything. He actually was still paying all the bills until I met my younger daughter father. And the only thing that changed was he wouldn't pay my bills no more, but he still gave me the same amount of money, because he wanted to make sure his daughter's good. But if I would have came, the only reason why he stopped paying the bills is because he wanted to see if he was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And which he did. But if he didn't, then he could have the right to talk his shit. But he never got that right. The only person I can get talk shit about in all my relationships was my American son dad, because they say he was a bum ass nigga, and I wasn't gonna argue about it because it was true. My allegiance is to myself and my kids, and who's gonna make myself better. Not a bunch of mammy filled women who literally are paying half or more of the bills and stressed the fuck out and mad with life and feel like I should be in a situation. You sound like I'm some weirdos. So I'm just wanting you to know, it doesn't get better later. It doesn't get greater later. Like, Wendy Williams was smart. She at least got somebody that was able to add to the boardroom. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't bring no money to the table, but he can use his thug tactics and quick thinking skills to gain her more money. That's how he was able to actually, try to go to court, but she was smarter than him. You know what I'm saying? So I give Winnie, like, Winnie is like hold on a second though. Hold Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Let's see what y'all saying. Yeah, he did help build her career. But Kenneth is helping destroy Wendy. But you know why he helped build her career? Because he wanted to think like, and to this day, he's doing that. He feels like the money that he helped her build, but you got to realize he came in on a golden train. He didn't meet the train when it was first starting at the station. He was very controlling. And he thought that, but she built her career. He helped maintain it. I think that's a better way. So yeah. So now that, but he wanted to feel like that money that he helped build her career allow him the manhood that he, even though she let him control her, it wasn't enough for him, because as much as he want to tell the public he made her, he know he didn't. That's why he had that woman on the side for so many years, putting her in the same thing, because he wanted to feel like he could make another Wendy. And what we seen, that never happened. He still does. Exactly. That's my point. He thought that help that he gave her built her. But if that's the case, if he was the sole responsibility for Wendy's career, why is he can't even pay what you call that shit, like regular basic shit, like property fees and shit. Like he can't do nothing. So like I said, you can date down all you want to, try to make them feel like the man all you want to. They're not gonna feel like they a man until they are one. I knew that shit very on in life. That's why I don't go through half the shit people do. Yeah, I watch it. And just for the record, I'm always gonna think I'm the shit. It's not my job. You know what I'm saying? To build up nobody else's confidence. I was my shit was built up from the start. So I don't think that's like a negative trait about myself. I'm supposed to feel like I'm the shit. And thank God I was built up that way, because I don't have to listen to you weird ass bitches. Yeah, yeah, they say I think this one, he's very broke. And guess what that woman did? Left him, as she should. Everybody got roles in life, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I never thought Wendy Williams should have been mad at the girl. Yeah, she shouldn't have did that. That, like, I personally couldn't do that, you know what I'm saying? But that's how she lived her life, you know what I'm saying? But nobody owed her loyalty except for the man that she married. And that was the way for him to feel like a man. He wanted a woman that he could provide for. He wanted a woman he could protect. He could protect Wendy, but he couldn't provide for her. And his only provision came via Wendy. No matter how much he tell y'all it came from him, he know where it came from. That's that part. You got to get somebody else to do it. I tell people all the time, I'm gonna build on my son. I don't care how many times he fall down in life. That's my son. I'm gonna make sure he get back up if he needs my help or not. But a grown ass man, no, no. And that's why I'm not just giving my son nothing. I make him work for it, of course. But if he fall down, of course I'm gonna make sure he get a safe landing. But it's not my job, and I don't date no man that expects me to help himself. I tell you all the time, I don't want no man that needs me. I only want one that wants me. That's why my relationships don't fail. And I have to, most of the time I have to, if I don't actually have to go to court, I have to threaten to go to court just to get rid of their ass. And I notice, because I always upgrade. Whenever I break up with somebody, I always upgrade. I don't care if it takes me 6 years. I'll wait before I settle for what I did. You know what I'm saying? Before I settle for less. So it usually works for me. So, and the like I said, anybody I break up with, I make sure the next guy is better financially, emotionally, all that shit. It got to be a total package for me. You know what I'm saying? And I have like a high bullshit meter, and I think highly of myself in real life, not just online. And the men in my life reflect that. You know I am. Yeah. And they always is. That's why I say, but like I said, I don't really be mad at like a lot of like, and I think that's another thing. Outside of my first very big breakup, I didn't really have, how you say, like that much trauma attached to it. Cause like I learned my lesson. So even if I break with somebody, they may hurt my feelings, but they didn't do anything else to me outside of that. Like I'm still better off. I'm still in a better off financial position than I was when I met them. I'm still in a better off a protection wise position when I met them, because of the type of guys they deal with. You know what I'm saying? If I break with them because they cheating, or they continue to do something I don't like that they did, their friends are not gonna be like, you know what, we don't fuck with her. Like, it don't go like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't go like that. It's all about the mindset of men you dealing with. Nikki dating a man that's willing to, if he's willing to attack women on your behalf, what makes his friends, when you want to get rid of him and the money train stop, what makes them, what stops them from going after you? You have to think smarter, especially now that you got an actual son. That part, and I believe that. If you don't value yourself, nobody else will. And my daddy told me that a long fucking time ago. You know? Like I told me, like I could have been mad and blaming people. My dad, like I was like, my dad told me, like when I had my son, he was like that even like I told my dad I was not, I was like, he was just supposed to be like a friend with benefits. I had just broke up with like I thought was the love of my life or whatever. And he had an apartment in Harlem. So it was more about convenience, you know, and of course obviously he was getting better, whatever, but he was never somebody I saw myself in a long-term relationship with at all. You know, he was just fun for the moment. But career-wise, like at that time, my son father, I think he was working at McDonald's or some shit. Like, no, never. Like I used to, and like I didn't even respect him. I used to have guys pick me up in front of his building. Was I sleeping with these guys? No, but these were more the guys that I wanted to date and see where it goes. So while he was like, I guess, quote unquote, like I wouldn't even really call him my boyfriend. I call him my friend with benefits, but I did leave him to believe he was my boyfriend, you know. But like I was so reckless. I used to have guys pick me up in front of my building, you know, not in front of my building, in front of his building. Like I didn't care. But then I guess in retaliation, you know, he got me pregnant. So right. But sometimes it's not even just about your dad. It's about like what your dad, what type of dad you got. Cause I got a couple cousins. I ain't gonna, but I'm gonna just say this: I got cousins. They dad was in their life the whole time. They dad was providers, but because they dad allowed, because they dad chose a ratchet ass bitch for their mama. That's all they know. Because the dad chose they penis preference over what's logical. So I got some cousins like that. Trust me. Well, yeah. And I know for a fact that wasn't their story. But because they dad wasn't that alpha like that, like I know people are like, oh, alpha, whatever, whatever. But I'm just saying, like that's like a general statement I can use that people can get my point of view. I have an uncle like that. He chose he tried to make a hoe into a housewife. Now he never actually married her, but he stuck with her, and like she got 4 kids, and like all I can tell you, only one of them is his, and 3 of them are supposed to be, but only one of them are his. And then you have evidence because and I love them like my little cousins and stuff. So I'm not saying like they're not my cousins because like that's how we was raised. He didn't acknowledge it, so the family didn't. And at this point, it's too late, you know. So I'm just saying like technically they're not his children because one of them has sickle cell anemia, and my uncle don't got it, neither do the mother. I'm just say that. And this one, and then she was so trifling. She used to sleep with guys in my age group. Cause I never forget one time I had a guy, like this is why another reason why I stopped dating guys in Harlem all across the board when I was younger. Cause it was this one guy, I had him come pick me up or whatever. So he came, and I was coming out my grandmother's building or whatever. And so when I went down, she was already like standing like on the corner of that building or whatever. So when I got down there to like the corner or whatever, well not the corner, but like the middle of the block, so like the street where his car was at. And he got out the car because, you know, he better get out the car and open my door. I always had high standards. So when I got out the thing, and then he got out the car, he went to open the door, but she didn't even see me coming down the block or whatever. Like not even down the block, like down the building walkway. She didn't even see me. So she was like, "Oh, since when you started getting out the car to open door for people?" And I was like, "How you know him?" And she looked at me like with the most shock in her face. And then she pulled him to the side and had a conversation. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then when she finished whenever they finished their conversation, I waited or whatever. So he was like, okay, come on, let's go. And I was like, who? I said, how you know her? He's like, I ain't even about to get on all that. And I just turned around and walked away because I already knew her reputation was a whore. Exactly. It goes both ways. I'm happy you said that. You have to be careful who you choose to have kids with, moms and dad. And smart men think like that. Smart men think like that. You got to be careful who you have children with, who you marry. It's a lot of things you got to take in consideration. I would never trust a man because I know he ain't gonna feel like a man if he not the breadwinner. I'm just saying, you got to tell the people. Got to tell the people because they swear like he's jealous because whatever reason. Like I want to know when you tell me you in a committed relationship or you married because I see them both as the same. I want to know what is the man doing. And once I hear you start talking about all this shit that you doing to hold a marriage so you can hold a title to try to flex in my face, I'm gonna immediately let you know what it is. Because I don't think that's a healthy thing. Like most women get married to hold it or say they got a man to try to hold it in your face. You can't believe how many women that have come and try to attack me for talking to some dusties online about being dusty. And they want to come and correct me in a minute. And they first reason being is that I'm married. Like, I don't give a fuck what kind of husband you got that you online depending on some other nigga. Like that marriage shit, obviously, it's only something on paper. What the fuck you care? Is this your husband I'm talking to? Weird ass bitch. And then, like I said, you got to be wary of mammies online all day. Half of them be bragging about a marriage and they in a divorce one. Like you been divorced and they been claimed since. And that man done moved on and married another bitch that's doing all the things you said that you thought was gonna keep your marriage together. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, I don't have those issues. I'm not saying my way is right, but I'm just saying if yours is so good, why are we here? And it's only gonna get worse for you. The more money you make, the more jealous that nigga gonna get. So I think the real challenge is finding a man that's willing to protect and provide. Because to me, that's the two things. As you can't be a man if you don't protect and provide. If you don't protect and provide, you're not a man. And protecting and providing goes hand in hand. Because if Kenneth was really trying to protect Nikki, he the first protected the bag that his son needs. Because he can't provide for his son like Nikki can. So that means he put his own child under his ego. Let's think about that. His own child don't mean more than his ego. So why did you think marrying her would? I don't get it. Like I told you, marriage is a business, and if people cared about business, it would be way more of us with good credit. I have good credit, but no marriage certificate. Catch. Yeah, and a lot of husbands do. They wife money is the business. She saw it coming, please. He saw it coming too. Y'all gotta realize when black men, and don't y'all think it's funny? And let's talk about this Jeannie Mai. And that's another thing I want to bring up. Why does Jeezy only want partial custody of the biracial kid? He only wants he said he wants joint custody of the biracial kid. But yet the other black women, he only took them to court to try to get them lower child support payments. Because they asked him for child support. He didn't ask for joint custody. He asked for their child support payments to be lowered. Catch that tea. I hope Jeannie Mai, which I know she will, take him through the ringer. Look at his criminal history. Look at hers. He ain't getting half a shit. She didn't need. That's why you think she signed that prenup and had a baby immediately. Ain't nobody stupid but them. Mm-hmm. See, like my guy, he's not my husband, but he is my guy. They like to talk about I can't, but anyway, when I met him, he his ex that he was dating, they broke up because he did want to have kids, but I guess During a relationship, she never disclosed to him that she was getting dialysis. He only found out when she had to have her, and it's weird that anyway she was going to get amputated, but it worked out better for her. But so I was telling him, like, because he was like, he felt guilty for breaking up with her, but he was like, he was like, she misled him because she knew that he wanted to have kids, but obviously you cannot have kids on dialysis or whatever. So he broke up with her, and but she wound up moving like out of New York City, and like she was like literally dependent on him to pay half her rent. Like, it was weird. Yeah, so I had to basically tell you ain't gonna get nothing but moral support. But people will do anything. But like the type of person he is, he was helping her out, even though she knew good and well he didn't want to be with her. He didn't see any way of like going forward with the relationship. And like they were together for a long time, and she hit it because he's not gonna just have a baby with anybody because he has financial means. He doesn't need to live with a woman to have, a place over his head. He really doesn't. Exactly. But look what her brother did. Nikki is too male identified for me to ever feel bad for her because that's going to be a compete. That's going to be a recycle. I love all my brothers. I got 5 of them. But if they ever get accused of something like that, they know they got to get cut off. We don't even put up with them hitting on women. So I can imagine something like that. In my family, we do not support that shit. You got too many sisters, cousins you can call on to ever go there. Not like nobody's gonna be fighting no girl because she don't want to be with you, but like if somebody's putting their hands on you and you doing everything you can do to get rid of them and they just won't go away, that's what you got sisters and cousins for, and aunties or whatever. It depends on the age group, But Nikki is okay with that. So is Cardi. Let's not forget Cardi is okay too. But Cardi didn't marry nobody that is financially dependent on her. So he's gonna make Offset is not going to respond to him, and he knows that. He needs Offset celebrity to respond to him, but Offset makes money. He's not dumb. He's not going to do that. Why do you think he tried to separate from his own cousins? Because they wouldn't get off of it. Well, not both of them, but we all know the wild card. What's his name? Quavo. Nene, what's up, boo? Right, it do. I'm 43. Don't be calling me to fight no fucking 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I could easily beat her ass, but that's just not a good look. You got plenty of 20-year-old cousins. But you know what I'm saying? That's just how we grew up, But like if we find out you're doing some shit like that, you get cut off. And then the men in the family are gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? They don't play that in my family. But that's how we was raised, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a different mindset. Wendy Williams' husband came from the same age group my dad and them did. And my dad and them group, if you didn't take care of your kid, you cannot you couldn't hang with them. They don't want to hear nothing about I give her child support. Your kids should not be going around here and like, especially like where I grew up in the projects, everybody know everybody business. Your mother, let them find out one of their friends' baby moms out here begging they mother or they, you know what I'm saying, friends for money and shit like that. Very, but she was aware of that, and she married him anyway. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for Cardi, but what I'm saying, Nikki's gonna lose because Cardi didn't marry down. She married another guy that was getting money. So when people saying that, oh, because Nikki can't get a man of means, no, most black men of means are colorists. Because Cardi and Nikki got the same fucking nasty ass attitude. They both colorists. They both reckless with their mouth. But Nikki is a little bit more smarter in the boardroom. Cardi is stupid all over the board. That's why she ain't got no money now. She ain't going nowhere. Offset is the bag. She will. She is losing already. Look how many court fees she had to pay. She had to actually give him a job. And now she's setting herself up for when they divorce. He can say a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be another Wendy Williams husband, even though he didn't do shit in the boardroom like Wendy Williams husband did. She set herself up to fail. Why? His dick can't be that good. I refuse to believe he's into women like that. And Wendy Williams said, because I was a big fan of Wendy Williams. She loved that Kevin. She felt safe with him. She felt safe, and she never had nobody to have her back like that. I believe Nikki had more options. Yeah, she's very talented, and she's talented too. Cardi's not, but Cardi, she does take advantage of her position in life. Nikki is not taking advantage of hers, except in the boardroom. But if she doesn't do it in life, she's gonna be losing, just like a lot of these black men who date outside their race. Because that's all Kenneth gonna do. Get her bag and go with a white woman. Look, y'all can even, and it works anyway. They of course, just like everything else, they follow white men. Look how Kevin Federline, he started out with Shar. Remember that black girl Shar? He started out with her before he got with Britney Spears. I don't trust no man that is dependent on me. Like I don't like, you cannot be a straight man looking like to rest in your femininity. That's weird. Yeah, we all know Cardi's stupid and reactionary on a like people say I'm reactionary. I can never be as reactionary as her with that big of a bag. But she's on the whole 360. Now I know why she was so reactionary. But it still don't make sense because she needs like, well, she's on a 360 deal. So it was weird. But yeah, I just want y'all to know that. Yeah, they will. And I wouldn't, and me personally, I wouldn't respect him. I wouldn't see him as a man. I wouldn't. And that was embedded in from the start. My girl was like, and she used a reference about the water. She's like, if a man asks you, well, she said money, but she said like bottled water to say what she mean about what type of money. She was like, if a man asks you for money, he's trying to get rid of you. Go. He asking you nicely. So if you stay, you get what you get. And I took that shit to heart. I'm telling you, my ex, he used to be like, the Haitian ex, and because I don't know. In hindsight, I should see that because like with the Jamaican guy went now, like he get mad and he try to, like, if I get outside money, he'll try to match it and give me more. But with the Jamaican guy, I mean that's the Jamaican guy. I'm talking about Haitian ex. Like when I used to do like the taxes with my son or whatever, which I could do because I didn't get welfare, so I could claim him as unemployment, which I could because I did. So anyway, he would be like, when I would buy my son all that stuff, he was like, "Oh wow, why you keep buying him all these sneakers?" Oh, and he wasn't the only person to say it though. Why you keep buying him all this? And mind you, I did this all throughout his life, but when the taxes come, I really went overboard. But why you keep buying him all these sneakers and he's not gonna even be able to wear it and da da da? I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, you could at least give me this. And I'll be like, well, my grandma told me if you buy a man a pair of shoes, he'll walk out your life. Shit like that. He's like, your grandma got a saying for everything. I'm like, I know. I didn't even think about it. But back then, yeah, I used to love to say that. Like, my grandma said, if you do this, you ain't gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll do this, he'll do that. Because men love to make it seem like they the center of your earth. Like, I would buy you a pair of shoes, but you don't walk in my life. I would buy you a watch, but then you're gonna say it's time to go. And he's like, damn, what don't your grandma got a saying about on everything? Yeah, she got 360 deal. She don't own none. She don't own nothing. And Nicki Minaj owns a large portion of her. Like, when her songs do good, she owns a large portion of it. When I heard about the type of deal Nicki did, I was like, oh, she was very smart. She was very smart from the get go. I give her that credit, because I was never like a big. Well, I don't have an issue with Nicki Minaj, but it was like that wasn't like. Like I said, I was born in '80s, so I love the Little Kim and Lauryn Hill. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, but I was like, women that be getting all tied up in these my man, my man, my man, and you have nothing to show for it. You look male identified. You can't be mad if I point it out. Like, don't be mad at me. You can get a ring, but what comes behind it? Did you buy the ring? Did the ring come out the toy dispensary, Cracker Jack box? Like, I don't know. Every time I see a woman bragging about her man, I'm looking for the follow up. Because if his president is the president, we can't relate. Like, I'm the president. I'm the president. I'm the gift. I'm the motherfucking table. What you gonna put on there? That's how I see it. But everybody ain't got to be me. But don't be mad because nobody don't want to be you. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter how successful you are in life. Because you married down or didn't get a man, he gonna take it away from you one way or the other. There's no getting around it. Call me bitter. Call me mad. Call me what you want. Call me a dependent. I'd rather be a dependent than deal with a codependent ass nigga. I don't know what y'all be doing in life. I can't do it. I can't stand no begging ass nigga around me. No. No. That's such a turn on. I can't stand no needy ass niggas at all. I never could. Mm-mm. Yeah, it's not so much elite, but like show leadership. My thing is, it's like, if you have like minded, if you're both of like mindedness, it's not hard to be agreeable. So I try to date people of like minded. But the issue is, a lot of these men, they want to try to turn people into people that they don't want to be. I feel like there's somebody for everybody. There's a group of people for everybody. So if you want to go half, why don't you just deal with women that want to go half? The issue is that they don't deal with the women that want to go half. So in return, the women that don't mind going half, they're upset because of the men pursuing women that want traditional relationships. So instead of them going at the men who should be going half with them, they want to turn on women and try to make us, like women like me, be like, you know what? I should go half. No, bitch, I'm not going half at all. I don't care. I don't get. The more money I got, the less selections I'm gonna get, because I'm never gonna have for nobody. I understand why Oprah signal, among other things. But if we're just talking about money, who the fuck she gonna marry? Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Well, I'm gonna drop the link if anybody want to come. I have to pee real quick, but I'm gonna be right back. Just gonna mute. But yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, now. Okay, I'm back. Okay, hold on. Let me get my banner first. Oh, okay. Hey, Yusuf.
What's up? What's up?
Okay, move it. How you doing, boo?
Good, honey. About to probably take me a little baby nap. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
hold on. What is this? I saw something that was real trash, and I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone because
Okay.
I don't even feel like talking about it a second time. You know how it's like some topics it'd be like, okay, it's trending.
No, you actually inspired this lie because I was thinking like, and then the talker points you made, and I was thinking because I don't know if you ever followed Wendy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So her husband is kind of like her and Nikki Minaj had the same situation, but except that Kevin would actually use those. Well, he probably did do it on the street, but he didn't film himself. But they definitely came out after they broke up that he did those same tactics in the boardroom to get her more money.
Right. And he was always like that though, because what they do is they, like you said, they use their woman's bag as their business. That was the best
Right,
way of putting it. And
right.
so again, that's being ungrateful to me. If you always gotta have a prize negress, you always
Hmm.
gotta have a prize negress, but y'all don't show no by and large support and respect or reverence for black women, no appreciation for black
Right,
women. You're always trying to convince them to downgrade and to date down as if this is all they
right.
deserve. Like, I wonder, what do you well to do, rich millionaire black men, what is your ideal candidate of a woman and a worthy wife that is worthy of provision and protection and all that you have to offer? And then what you're going to get is a description of a big bag, busted titties, fake bimbo ass Becky, recessive ass, spoiled ass pussy that
That
somebody
part.
put on a pedestal,
Anything
giving
but a
all the
black
bags
woman.
to. All the bags to all the celebrities and the rich black men. They get up there, and at least more than half of them, about 65 to 70% of them, get on and leave your ass for a white girl. More generational wealth trickling down into the
Tiger
white
Woods'
community.
wife. Tiger Woods' wife. Mm-hmm.
To me, it's just sickening and a disgrace because then we sit here and
It
then we
really
complain
is.
about different issues. And even in entertainment, they try to act like they're hiding from everything behind all these illusions. But even when black men get power in production and they're able to be the big honcho producer and they're the big man in charge, they're not even taking no real cultural authority when it comes to that. And with their women in their image, they see how black women's image is put down because their image is put down that same way as a black man.
They don't see
They
it
take
that
it
way.
and they don't care. They
No,
see it,
I
but they
think
don't
no,
care.
I think they really separate themselves. Not just that's what I'm trying to tell black women. This message is like I'm using Wendy Williams and Nicki Minaj as an example,
It's
but it really
horrible.
applies on all levels because black men are all level. You know, ever since that nigga that had to bite the dust, Kevin Samuels, I never talked about him because he was irrelevant, but a lot of them saw themselves as high value. They could be working at McDonald's and they'll be like, well, I'm high value. And so what are you bringing to the table?
That's
You know
how
what
they
I'm saying?
get with their words and their opinion. It's like it's not supposed to matter. That's just like what people as a whole, us as a whole, as black people, like, do non-black people's opinion really matter that much that you have to, cater to them to get their approval? And it's the same way with women and men, and that's with all races. So of course, black men is doing that to black women too. They manipulate you and make you feel, and they like guilt you into, just like what Tyler Perry's doing the same thing right now.
Right. And he don't even like women.
Right. And then but he's a cracker lover.
I mean, like when I'm saying I don't mean like he hate black women, but I'm saying he's not sexually attracted to us. You know what I'm
No, but
saying?
he do act like he hate black women because with a lot of the movies and all of that, it shows from
Oh
the
yeah, you're right
perspective of
about that.
writing,
You're
and
right
he's
about
always
that.
been
You're
the
right
one
about
writing.
that.
He's been championing himself of being the only writer, and then when you think about it, then that means you're the only one to take all the credit for all these roles you've been writing,
Right.
making black women look bad in the
And he
70s.
took a lot of his writers and stuff like that. Trying like
Diary of a Mad Black Woman, the Family Reunion,
yeah,
the Crown,
I have to self
all of the
correct. You are
movies.
actually all right about that. You know
And
what?
he admits to writing them all. So that's coming from his imagination and his heart
And that
somewhere.
poor wigs he be putting on them people, and then this where he be having all these sexual assaults come out against other men and stuff like, boy, bye.
Right. And then in that interview, he was looking as if he was literally trying to tell the lady, Don't worry, give me your husband. I'll take care of him. Because if you don't take care of him, I know I will. That's what it sounded like. Because it was a part of that interview that Tyler had, and with that woman, he said something like, "Oh, I wish I can you play it."
Well, which play what?
The Tyler Perry interview or article. I'll pull up an article.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I mentioned Tiger Woods because a lot of black men think you are the seat of your daddy, and they celebrated him as the best black man ever, and da 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 da. So you know what I'm saying? He married
Let me
somebody that
share
was
the
a
screen.
babysitter.
Are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Does it allow you to let me share the screen? Let me see. Does this?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Share. Let me share the screen.
Yeah, he dated a babysitter, and now she's one of the richest white women ever. And she's married to a white man and having white kids now.
And what can you blame her? You done forced her. Black men done already done divested, and they're about to listen to their leader. They're rich and powerful leader.
This is a repeated cycle. It happens all the time. I'm not surprised. But she was saying because Tiger Woods never claimed to be black. But that's what their kids do. But black men excuse that. But let a black woman who's proud to be black date anything outside of a dark-skinned black man. She see me, I date dark-skinned black men, they just from the Caribbean. And they swear up and down, I'm dating out my race. And they have whole biracial kids and be the main ones want to argue with me. When I used to be in the manosphere and the pro-black community, they don't consider Caribbean men black because they the most they don't want to be included. They just want their preferences included. That's why I don't pay them no fucking attention at all. I'm so happy I divested from American black men in my early 20s. So I don't never be as
you. And you know what's so funny? I don't blame you as an American black man. And even though whatever the circumstances, I still see and pay attention. And so it's crazy because I can see how in a lot of regards that the other nationalities of black men are better. But I can also see how they're no better. It seems
correct. Me, no, and I always say that.
No, I get that. I just wanted to say for the record that it seems to me that men of all races are the fuck trash and destroy.
Yeah, to black women, you know why? That's what I was gonna say, and I always say that black women go where you are celebrated, and this is where you should go on your own personal basis. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never trash black women where they find their happiness in men. Right, because I don't want none of my kids dating out they race, but the only ones that I would give a pass to is my daughters because
you're not about to let no black man dog them out.
Facts. See, I'm not that black mama, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a black man, he get to do it. Because I wasn't raised like that. Like I was raised to have a standard with black men.
Uppity, these mammy ass bitches, they'll send you their deadbeat ass son.
Exactly, and they get mad when you don't want to be bothered.
No one needs to talk to you like he ain't shit, and she trying to get him over there with the next.
My son's father, like her daughter dated a Dusty. Her daughter was doing very good, job wise, and she married a guy that couldn't stay out of prison. And when he would get out, she would have to compete with his ghetto girlfriends and pay the girls off not to have babies and all, like weird ass bitch. But then his mother had the nerve to try to give me advice about her son. I said, listen, man. Your son.
I want to see what this part was. Let me pull this up. Let me share this screen because it was a particular part.
It was showing his guest in the back. Oh, I see it now.
I heard it, and I want to see if it pops up in the article.
Well, this is just a disclaimer. We're using this what you call educational purposes. Blah,
this is for entertainment and education and awareness and social enlightenment.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry your tenable over here. They always trying to flag me.
Yeah, but this ain't nothing but an article. They can't flag no article. We're not playing nobody's videos and nobody give a fuck about nobody's video. Yeah, go ahead. This ain't even about. This is an article. I'm trying to recall something that I heard from the what's the name. Fuck their whack ass videos.
Right, do your thing.
Tyler Perry sparked social media debate about black women being breadwinners. Now, we do know that black women do have the most wealth in the community. And really, when it comes to competing with other races of people, black women is up there, bitch.
Education-wise, yeah, all of that.
And nobody got no pussy like a strong black pussy. So I know you don't want to go there.
Right.
With these recessive ass bitches out here pushing them out left and right.
Yeah, I was surprised when I heard this too, but he giving out the receipts. I was surprised. Yeah.
Honey, well, this pissed me off because I already been having this love-hate for Mr. Perry because I lived around the corner from him for 5 years and always
But
aspired to be in
yeah,
his
I was gonna ask you as an actor, have you ever tried to but I'll wait till you finish your
yeah,
article.
and I was over there one time before in the audience of Love and Hip Hop. They filmed the reunion at his studio. I was around there one time and all that, but it was never no kind of ways for no actors, no auditions, no opportunities. All he was looking for was
For
anybody.
real, they said he gave the most black people jobs, so you didn't never get a chance to audition.
No, but I feel like you had to see him first. It had to be an inside job, but also if he wanted to fuck you. Because it seemed to be all the characters that he had playing in the movies around the Star Cracker had to be a whole bunch of beautiful black people that he saw online and wanted to fuck before. And then they got an opportunity.
Oh, so what about, have you ever have you ever went to like his studios? Because you know how sometimes they have like shows, because he's supposed to have like his own little connection.
Like I said, I've been there working the gig once, and I went over there once, but I'm not about to be chasing him the fuck down. Do you think I?
No, I don't feel like you should have to do that. I was just asking the process.
I was trying to be nice, and I done made videos, I done sent tweets. I was nice. I looked on the website. I was polite and tactful. Bitch, the gloves are off. Don't mind give a fuck. He's just as much of a millionaire buck as the fuck the rest of them. Okay,
no,
you don't pay his black media taxes. He don't pay his black media taxes the fuck either. And he's over there best friends with Oprah's cool ass. So what makes him so much better? There's some rich cracker lovers.
And you're not the first person to say that. They said Oprah and Tyler are a lot alike. They did say that. That's why I was asking you for your personal experience.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, my personal experience was I was probably protected by the universe. I wouldn't give a fuck about a bag, about when it come down to my pride and my honor and my spiritual energy and all that shit and my talents, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck. So yeah, I wanted an opportunity, and if it wasn't, so you could say I'm a disgruntled actor all you want to. I don't give a fuck.
No, not disgruntled. No, do you still got your reels up, Yusuf, or did you upgrade them or whatever? Because he actually is very talented. He can sing, he can act. Like I used to watch his reels, so that I didn't even put the two and two together. But
ain't nobody know. But this is what I'm saying. What I want our people to realize. Okay, ain't nobody no motherfucking wannabes. Bitch, we is. We are the motherfucking standard. And second of all, nobody's ever gonna make me second guess or sell myself the fuck out when it comes down to nothing. And I don't give a fuck enough about being nobody's motherfucking actor than I do about being a real motherfucking human being and a black motherfucking man in this motherfucking
Yeah, they say he treats actors like slaves.
All the symbolic victories and all the movies and all that shit. I'm too real for that shit. So that's why I said I took it on my own hands to be a producer and all that stuff. And if the shit work out, it work out. But I don't give a fuck. I'm not like y'all.
No, you don't get your thing now. Don't sell yourself short. You don't rub shoulders. You don't rub shoulders now. Come on now.
I want people to know that there is more to life and more important than prominent positions in the world and in society that we can be and need to be as the originals on this planet. Fuck ratchetainment. Fuck music. Fuck TV and acting on this fake ass media, making y'all awesome cracker lovers.
That part.
I'm not going to take over it and make that a part of the revolution too. It's fucking worthless. And all everybody wants to be is in entertainment. Why? Because it's the most position of prominence in our community. People just want to be known and be on. We all got all kind of talents in our left nuts and clits. Don't nobody need no fucking white approval. And I'm sick of y'all feeling like y'all need to cross over and you need the white audience and you need it and you got to get along perfectly. You got to be a cracker lover. You got to be open to swirling. You got to be willing to be gay for pay. All this bullshit. Go put a wig on. Go play a mammy. Fuck all of y'all and all of this. And even when black men get power, they play the same buffoon roles. I'm not impressed with this man.
Well, you know, I'm against. I think the Illuminati is, so I'm against Hollywood and different. Like I said, I've never been into it.
All that money and not a black media tax and not no real shit. A couple little things here and there, little moments. All this, most of some Christian coon shit. Most of it. Most of this shit is some Christian cool shit. And some I can't stand black bitches. I had a nigger Miami.
Oh, you know I don't fuck with Christian. Anybody that say they're Christian, I look out for them because I grew up in a Pentecostal church, so you know that's like one step under Kojic.
In the name of God, get out of here.
They be the most devils in the name of God. But let's see this article.
Fucking Dusties. So I don't give a fuck because he got to the top of the coon chain.
Right.
If I never get in a Tyler Perry movie, you think I give a fuck? Bitch, I'm Yusef Glenn. Uzi Fu, aka Yusef.
That part. No, I'm asking your experience personally. Because you know the Boondock did an episode. They was like he got his actors like in a slave camp and shit. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Exactly. And I done been child, and we done all been through the struggle, and I done been a humble, up and coming, and a wannabe, and asking and begging and tweeting. Bitch, I'm way past that. I'm a grown ass motherfucking man, and I'm glad I snapped the fuck out of it. Period.
And you know what I'm saying. And I used to watch Tyler Perry plays when I was like in my early 20s or my older they older now, but they was younger then. But I used to enjoy his plays, but I never really actually been to one, but. And I think that was my connection to the church because I grew up Pentecostal. So I was like, I didn't feel comfortable going to church, but I felt like this was the happy medium for me. But then like you said, it was just like the language of the plays and stuff. And then my kids even was asking me a question after a while. Like they was like, well, Mom, like what's going on? Because that's not their experience and stuff. So like that just made us start watching him all together, you know? Yeah.
But you see, once we grow up, we're all called into that. It's like that in many pockets of ratchetainment. It's all psychological warfare to fuck your mind.
Right.
You see, entertainment instead of outertaining all the things out here in the world being your oyster and shit. It's all about all these symbolic victories and fake shit. Play all these slave movies where the slave hit his master back, and that's supposed to be enough symbolism for black people to cower down another century. Fuck all that. We need to see real movies of our real ancestors who fucked them crackers up. Just
and you know what I'm saying? But Yusuf, let me tell you this, because I found this girl, right? Because I don't know if you was in, because like what I used to do with my older kids, like outside of, because like I ain't gonna lie, like I've never been into mainstream movies or even celebrities like that. I always liked it B budget movies and stuff because I felt they was more entertaining, more original and stuff like that. So that's what
about African movies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I never even like. I'm just. I don't know, baby, because my nose. Because people think I be trolling, but I'm dead ass serious. My dad was literally raised under Khalid Muhammad. So at that time, I was on some foundation, like way before they came up with this phrase. You know what I'm saying? Foundation, Black American. But
when they pop up, you see some of your beautiful black starlets, and they pop up in the movie, and then they're kissing the cracker. It just gets on my nerves. That got on my nerves.
But see this
cracker, and that was my last movie.
Yeah, but see, I'm telling you, they got a lot of good B budget movies that help people pertain to that stardom if they want to. But then you can control the narrative. I can't think of all the names because I smoke too much weed. But I was just bringing up this point to say, like, I've watched a lot of B budget movies, and that's all I actually like. It's a lot of like movies that everybody's seen that I never even seen, but a lot of people got their start from just doing in like the B budget movies, so you don't have to move around like that. So that's the only reason I was asking you. And then Spike Lee also said that Tyler Perry has a certain thing agenda he's trying to push, and he's not with it. But I think Spike Lee got his own shit as well. But
his agenda is whatever white people say, it would allow him to leave him alone. Whatever white people say that they want, as long as they leave him alone, he'll produce it. And that's all he wants. So I'm saying, y'all just for equipment and for cameras and shit, will just do whatever the fuck. And then at the end of the day, you get all this power and all this equipment. And what do? Go do another role where the black woman is taking the short end of the stick and better deal with it. It just ends abruptly and on some bullshit. You can't even tell every time some crackers made it. You could tell he made it because you can see the colors and the lights. But you know how you can see the scene setting and the tones and everything, and can tell a certain producer. Yeah, so he's got good skills and everything. But like I said, he's been using it for them crackers because they love to see us all dysfunctional and retarded, discombobulated and broken and don't know what to do. They love to see us.
I think the real reason Tyler Perry do so well, he got the same taste as the majority of black women. I feel like me and Tyler Perry got the same taste. Like, I feel like we both like dark skinned tall men. We're like that Lance Gross, Blair Underwood. But then again, if I was to ever go light skin, like I kind of think, well, Christian Keys, he kind of look weird depending on his angles. Mm-hmm. But like I like a good cute like skinned man like yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I think
first of all, I'm golden. Second of all, he is the Tyler Perry like mutts, and he like.
Wait a minute, I got to go back. He said I'm golden, and I got to agree with you, my nigga. He said golden.
Perfect example of a man will be somebody's cracker son. Get out of here. Tyler Perry is a cracker lover.
No, I do agree. No, listen to what she said. No. Kenneth H, I do agree he's stereotyping black women, and that's why I said that. That's why me and my kids couldn't watch him. In the beginning,
A
I
lot
used
of
to be a
men
big
like him
fan of
too
him.
because he's a black woman basher and he gets to wear a dress and go around and act like the big
Right.
mammy that they're
Yeah,
used to.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. My kids didn't feel comfortable after a while when we got like. I was started watching Tyler Perry like in the early like with his plays when Chandler and Man like oh my god like the I think was more like he's really good at picking out people that can
To her
sing.
screaming ass.
Yeah.
Ah!
Remember Yusuf, I asked you this question. I was like, why is it that even if we like people like myself that's not religious and into Christianity anymore, we still get so moved by like those type of songs and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
because
So
we talked about it before because
yeah, I know that's
it's
what I'm saying. Remember, I
heartbreaking.
talked about this, and I
Yeah,
think
it's
that was a big
heartbreaking.
part of him, like his draw to people, even if they're not really Christian. But you grew up that way because a lot of black people are
Right.
that you know what I'm saying. So
But that's how you know you got them, uppity. That's how you know you got them. Because listen, that's how you know you got them. It is literally the most beautiful and the most talented keyword, the most talented of us
right,
that are in the gospel industry. It's
you're
the most
right,
talented voices, the
you're
most
right,
powerful minds and throats
right.
that is up there crooning the cracker Jesus. That's no coincidence. That goes to show how much Godding, Master Godding,
You're right.
black people's mind still got him.
Yeah,
Black
we
people
used to have
still
conversations like this
entertain
all the time.
Gotti.
Yeah, right.
It's just an indicator to the masses that we're right where you want us, Master, because we always got talent. So how's
Mm-hmm.
the smartest and most talented ones, the golden children and the anointed ones, the ones up here are screaming a fantasy because they're getting the bag and they'll do whatever that Master the fuck says, as long as they can get their money and they can feel protected and they can get their little white card that
And,
burns just easy
and
on
you
the
know what,
cross.
Kenneth H? This is a thing because I have I had like at that time I had a girl and a boy at the same time. And now that I think about it, it wasn't like because that drag was pushing on. I don't want to say push, but like, well, it was push because he claimed that's not his identity, whatever. So it wasn't even a drag at first. So that just goes to show how subliminally it is. And then my son is even the type of person, even when he was younger, if somebody bought him a shirt with pink in it, because you know we from Harlem, and Cameron tried to introduce pink. So when people would come bring my son gifts sometimes, it would be pink in it. And if I would open a gift for him, he'd be like, "Oh, mom, they must meant this for my sister on my birthday." You know what I'm saying? Because it was pink in it. So he just associated pink with a girl. But he never made it when he was upset about the Tyler Perry thing. It was more about, I guess, the image, even though he couldn't express it like that. He was like, my grandma don't act like that. My mom don't act like that. You know what I'm saying?
But
That
the older you get, the woker you get. The older you get, the woker you get. So even though we
right.
already see these little things and we be like, yeah, right. When we watching the shit, we know it's just entertainment. It gets stronger and stronger, but it starts when they're breaking our children in the schools that we need our own schools because again, the critical thinking test, the critical thought
Mhm.
test gives you a story and then they ask you what color is the sky. Okay, and all of that is because as adults we're doing the same thing, weeding through these articles, looking through the lies when they're taking us out in all the different ratchet politics, like our lives don't matter and stuff like that. We're getting all those subliminal messages as well. So they're already knowing how to break the kids from on little on up, from tots on up to thoughts.
Mhm.
And you know, it's just no coincidence to me that Tyler Perry
Yeah,
slow tiptoeing gay black coon be out here being a rich millionaire up here with this rhetoric and this right titty
yeah.
narrative
And you got
about
your own personal experience, so like it's not like people online on him because you got your own personal experience, and you were able to say that it's true. Because I know for a fact you've been in Atlanta for a minute, way
right.
before you
And
even
I've
got a
met him
studio.
several times. Like I said, I've seen one time I was at work at my security job. I remember I used to do security and I used to be up
Yeah.
there singing late at night and I would go live
Mhm.
late at night right on them crackers clock. Sure did. Well,
Yep.
it was at a medical facility. One day Tyler came in. He asked, I don't know what it was. You know, ain't no medical release. I don't know none of his medical information, but let's just say when somebody comes into the urgent care, he came into the urgent care and I saw him and he got some cracker security who looked like he was jealous of all black people, didn't want to make no type of respectful engagements with nobody, just can't wait to shoot somebody that wants to speak to Mr. Perry, a prominent black person in their goddamn race. And so, mind you, this ain't the time because he's coming to the urgent care. And so I wrote down a little incantation. You know, my many talents, I also have spiritual talents. So I wrote down little remedies for what I thought might have been going with him when I felt his energy from when he walked past, and I greeted him stickly. And I had to open the door for him. So I wrote down a little incantation. I told the cracker security guard to give Mr. Perry this note. You know, there's little healing herbs, little, you know, write it down, little, just some good faith stuff. So mind you, he probably would have already been spooked the fuck out from some nigger juju already if he would have saw it, but the cracker didn't even give it to him. I saw my paper outside. So the cracker never even gave him. So this is what I'm saying. He's got white motherfuckers in between him and the people. So fuck him.
And you know what? He probably could have put that, like some artists do that, like, don't give me no papers. Like that could be like a part of their program. Like
it could be an oh well and anthrax and all of that. This was before COVID. And
not about anthrax and nothing. Just like I'm not saying nothing about sickness.
Your life, Mr. Perry. Why did out of all the big brute Negro bucks that will guard your life, and when crackers is rich and famous, they get a nigger to be their security guard. Now, why do you got a white security guard? Because that's who you trust, and that's where you see security in.
And guess what? And when white people or white adjacent people, like what's that guy name with all the tattoos and the colorful hair?
Yeah, which one?
The one that went to jail with total on all those people that try to get him killed.
Well, they all sound disgusting to me.
Anyway, but no, some people have it that way. Like, don't give me no outside. Like, they got the people there that make them look like the nice guy. But what's his name with the damn? What's the name? The rapper with the rainbow hair, and he went to jail. Damn. But anyway, he had all black bodyguards.
Is he a spicy Mexican fruit roll up?
Yes.
Tunkashi.
Yes.
I can't stand that spicy.
Yeah, but remember, he had all black bodyguards.
Exactly, but that's my point. So how did Mr. Perry get richer and famouser than all of them, and he don't even get the protocol with a black person?
No, it depends on what the level they playing at. You know what I'm saying? When they dealing in the ghetto mess.
Kenny got goons. Even when Kenny was out there showing off with his goons out there looking for Offset the other day after the party, he was out there had some Negroes ready to throw it all away too. So I'm just saying,
so all the way, Nikki money, not his.
You can get through to people, especially when you in Atlanta and you rub elbows and you got an energy like mine. I know how to communicate with these people. That security guard was particularly a cracker that would not jump in front of no bullet for no Tyler Perry. This is my point, and he's not noticing. All the rest of that stuff is cool, and it all makes sense. What I'm saying is Tyler Perry has more faith in the white man than the black man. See, the white man is going to be his security and his life and savior. Not no black people and no black man and no black brother and no black community.
Oh, my daughter started clapping when he said that.
Fuck you and all that. But he like half-breed too. So he's a cracker lover is what I'm saying. To the point
they all are though.
That white man is not going to jump in front of no bullet for no Tyler Perry. And he don't even notice it.
I think he thinks they got the protection for complexion, so he feels like because they're a white person, you're gonna automatically back down.
Right, but that's what you do. You uplift that and you pedestalize that in that way, and that's what that. Not you, I'm saying, but one pedestalizes it in that way when they are white obsessed. It's like anything white, bright, and light, and mixed with it is what they uplift. So that's why that's why Perry is literally here now talking to a black woman about what she deserves and what they deserve and making her second guess and undermine herself of what she deserves because
he's in competition.
Let it would have been a white woman. Let him put up there and put Pamela Anderson up there. Let him sit up there and put, Cocky Perry up there or one of their well-to-do white bimbo Beckys and ask her what she deserves. And he's going to say he better be a leader and he better be a provider and he better be a protector. He's not going to say.
I think he wouldn't even respond. I think he wouldn't even feel the need to respond. I don't think he would feel the need to respond. I think he would know his place. You know what I'm saying?
But
he wouldn't even
trigger black women anyway.
Correct. And you know what? You know what's so interesting about that point? Because I just seen a video Justin Jay, which I usually like. But I said like she was like a lot of and she's like the third person I heard say this. They was like they love Justin Jay, but they was like if he's gonna be an ally, he needs to be an ally. He cannot what he say like pick up the microphone and say this or that for black women, but like
They lash out, but they pick up the microphone and lash out on black women too. They know what they're doing when they're taking the side of a story. You can just hear a general story and not have all the answers or have all the facts and deeds, but still want to undermine a black woman. There's something wrong with you when you're a self-hater, and no matter whether you're gay or straight, a lot of people feel comfortable and free, and black woman is the punching bag of everybody, and it needs to motherfucking stop.
Yeah, I agree.
Black women ain't everybody's motherfucking punching bag, bitch. Punch them bimbo titties in the fucking head. And matter of fact, you so big and bad, keep your hand off of women. Go fight other groups of men born into race wars and social wars and spiritual wars and political wars and all different types of battle zones, but walking around acting cowardice and defeatists. But when it's all up in a black woman, you're ready to pick up a brick, pick up a pen, pick up a mic, pick up all your fucking brute force. Fuck you, Negro bucks, and all y'all trying to suck Mr. Perry's dick and let him fuck you in the ass, just like y'all ready to let a cracker do it too, just so you can get on the casting couch. Because you all want to be rich and famous, ratchet-tainers and Negro buck crooners, coons and sellouts and race traders, more than black kings and queens. Period. Pussies. That's why it's a whole mammy brigade behind his ass too. Whole bunch of triggered ass real black women that get triggered and be wasting their energy on him, and a whole bunch of mammy bitches that be like, leave him alone. That was my movie. Just stupid while he's laughing all the way to the bank, kikiing and schmoozing with crackers that's going to tell him his borderlines of his cultural authority in his own racist culture.
Right. So I feel like
you ain't free. You niggas ain't free. Because you got money, because you still enslaved in your mind. You're some cracker lovers. I'm sorry, Uppity.
yeah, no, it's fun problem, but no, I feel like anybody, any group of people, any niche group could be people, especially black women, can get free because like we are the biggest spenders. So what you need to do is basically go along with like-mindedness in your life. And I feel like just going around with like-mindedness people, you're already gonna find your tribe because it's not a fight. We all want the same common goal.
Not for
So
everybody out here.
correct. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you need to do. I feel like you're gonna stress yourself out and cause yourself unnecessary anxiety or no.
And all of his mammy soliloquies, we're not gonna let his mammy soliloquies stop everybody from empowering and uplifting black women as the paradigm. And right. So just because he's out here doing these characters and doing these roles and these stupid ass shits, it don't matter. Let his consumers be his consumers. Let him ratchet-tain who he wants to. He's gonna be the mammy tamer. Let him do that. But it needs to be enough balance and enough equilibrium of competition and balance of, you know, positive black promotion. See, because positive, swift, and ferocious pro-black representation will really cancel and even all of this bullshit out. Shit, the coons can be over there where they want to be. The race traders can be where they want to be. The cracker lovers can be where they want to be. And the amazing pro-black melanites and amazing people are going to just take over the planet where they want to be. Everybody's going to fall beneath us once we unite. Period. Everybody. Once black people wake up and unite and all this shit and entertainment ain't shit. Bitch, let's talk about biology and Scientology and motherfucking science and nature and astrology and motherfucking biophysics and quantum figures. Bitch, let's talk about running those industries. So all you bitches up here cooning and crooning, we don't give a fuck. We can all sing, we can all twerk. Fuck y'all. Y'all are some weak, coward, and defeated motherfuckers, and you're up here singing about it. And y'all up here, y'all love y'all. Mr. Perry is going to give y'all some motherfucking biscuits and honey butter. That way you ain't got to take it from the white man. Either way, they're going to get their cracker taxes. Now leave me the fuck alone and telling black women they need to deserve some broke ass dick. No, you don't need no broke ass dick, black woman. If he ain't got no fucking bag, he don't get no cat with his broke fucking ass. And he don't need to deserve nothing if he even got some money. He need to work and build a nation. Y'all ought to lock that pussy down if I had anything to do with it. Y'all be dykes. These niggas don't deserve no pussy. Not no strong black melanin pussy birthed this fucking world. They don't deserve shit out here with their disrespectful, self-hating fucking asses. So let Mr. Perry tell their fucking story and coddle their nuts. All y'all gonna do is go be able to support them with the mammies. So who cares? We got more important, bigger, blacker fish to fry than this cool ass Muppet shit. Yeah, I went the fuck off. And what you doing?
It's okay. We all have our moments. But what I was gonna say is, I feel like he's catering more to his audience because a lot of Christian women, they love to keep up a lot of parts of the Bible, except the part that even the Bible said man is supposed to be a protector and provider. Most women that I know that go to church every Sunday, their husband is in the streets the most. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that,
pussy, and they're stingy. A lot of black men with money are stingy. He's a prime example. That's another thing. He wants y'all to accept that these niggas are stingy. A lot of black men get all this money, and they'll sit there and just dangle it in your face and use you for plays, use your credit,
down
use
low
you
man,
to sign
down
the
low
paperwork
man,
because they're retarded
down
and
low.
little ass, can't even do an application for a grant. But then they'll go ahead and just be robbing you and devaluing you. So
No, I feel like down low men do that because I don't feel like he's talking to all women. He's not talking to the women who men are at least going 50% or even providers. He's been talking to
anybody who's dumb enough to listen.
Yeah, his audience is of women that are either they're Christian or Christian faith based.
Oh,
right. So they believe the Lord is going to provide overall, so they can accept the least. That's what his plays, his movies, yeah.
Old church did no damn church hat wearing. A whole congregation fucking.
Yeah, he's talking to a niche group of black women, not black women. Yeah, only the women that
old school church hat bitches wear rocking it.
Yeah, I don't think he's talking to all black women. That's his hardcore audience, though. He knows his audience. You know what I'm saying? And that literally is his hardcore audience. Church faith people who want to be a Christian woman and Christian women. If you look at a lot of their lifestyle, a lot of them are the breadwinners.
You don't think pale males and females love him more than black women?
I do. I think they love him a lot because he's helping push an agenda. But even in their own church organization, the men are the ones that are providing for the Christian wives. Only in the black Christian church are they dependent on the black women. In the white Christian church who hold the same ideology, the sociology is different. In the black church is more of a matriarchal system. In the white church is more of a patriarch. You know what I'm saying? So they have the same belief system, but it's money wise very different. So the white people appreciate that because as long as they can control the head of the church, they don't need those black women in their churches. Whereas in the white church, the men are more committed and committing their dollars and their wife.
But they're all predators. They're all predators in Christ.
I agree. I agree, but the bait is different. That's what I'm saying. The bait is different.
Right.
So his bait has always been black women who are faith-based, want to be faith-based, or claim actual Christianity. And if you look at yeah, so as long as they met, and the only rules of the church is as long as he marries you or especially if you get married for kids. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the only reason why Mr. Perry Popoff would get married is for kids. And I bet you he'll find him a nice little blonde bimbo Becky to breed with because he wants him to have.
No, Tyler Perry has a son. He had to do just like Michael Jackson had his kids, but he did pick a black woman. He pretended like he was going to get engaged, but no, he's a gay man. So, but I get it. You want to have a kid, but his base, he knows his base.
Well, pass the plate because we all know it ain't no church without the nigga's purse.
Ain't no church. And who's the biggest supporter of black church? Black women. Most of the women in the church, men don't even want to be bothered with it. They see what it is.
Shit, when I used to go to church, I used to steal out the plate. I sure did. I used to take it right out the motherfucking plate. I was successful twice.
The people, so I guess you was doing your Robin Hood shit for yourself.
Damn right. You damn right. I always had the people in mind. I didn't appreciate how y'all was taking my aunt and everybody's money. And so I was sure getting something back. They could have gave it to me $5 a pop anyway. So I remember getting at least a good 30, 45 right on out to church. And so that was all they were good for because he went in there asking them for something in the emergency in Christ and they wouldn't be able to help you. after they was charging. Remember I told you that story about that black woman? They would send collections on her about unpaid tithes, and she was a member for 78 years. Get the hell out of here. So are we gonna read this article or did we drag him enough?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, read your article.
Shit. I mean, we done did it. We done told you what happened. I was looking for a particular thing he said in the article that was something I was just I was literally set up to go live. I was set up to go live instead of encouraging black men to be millionaires and go-getters. Tyler Perry browbeat black women to settle. So instead, I'm just going to put this part up there. I'm uploading this part because I don't feel like having to repeat it, Uppity. Is that okay, boo?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
Because I don't feel like repeating it again. I sure don't. So Tyler Perry sparked social media debate about black women being the breadwinners. Tyler Perry has got some black women upset once again. The media billionaire made an appearance on the season 2 premiere of Keeping It Positive podcast hosted by Tyler Perry's sister star, Crystal Renee. And in the clip is now going ratchet and viral. Perry spoke about black women being the breadwinner in some instances and how they should be okay with the man making less. And it was actually in most instances. And just because you're broke and dusty by and large, your counterparts as a black man, that's exactly why you should be up here preaching to them about being better and getting like you instead of trying to tell a bitches what they need to accept from their broke dusty asses. And you wrote about it enough in the movie. We already got the point. He says, now, ratchet quote, in our society right now, black women are making more money than black men. End ratchet quote. Truer words never spoken from such a bubble lip coon. So if you can find love in a man that works whatever job, a good man, you know, that's okay and good to you, that's okay. Now, not someone who's beneath you, but someone who came to love you at your worth. End ratchet quote. Came to love you at your worth. They're all conflation with the words and browbeating you because they say high value. Like
love don't pay the rent. No, love don't pay the rent. And you don't know nobody's intentions. You know what I'm saying?
And high earning is not high value because, again, how many of y'all are stingy as fuck?
Facts. Just because he got it don't mean he gonna give it to you.
Exactly.
But so with that being said, like I said,
and how did he get it, Uppity? How did he get it? Probably selling out his people some kind of way.
Or they could, like I said, just because your goal should be like-mindedness. That's my thing. And don't never sell yourself short for nobody. You don't have to sell yourself short. Whatever your standards are, keep your standards. Sometimes I know from personal experience, well, it hasn't never took me years and years. I think the most it took me I was 2 years single. But whatever it is, go for your standards. Don't let nobody tell you it's not. And he wouldn't. He don't even let his ex-lovers come on a lot once he's done with them. So why should you settle for a marriage of something less than what you like? So like I said, he's one of those gay men that's in competition with you. I feel like
only that's what I was saying. That was the part that I was looking for. That's the only reason why I would have played it, just to draw my memory, because when he knows her. He hired her in her movie and he's been her friend. He told her something about her. Oh, this is it. I remember. He said, your guy. Okay, I remember. We're done. I remember. It was she said, he told her, your man is up here and you're up here. So he said, and I read your quote, see, you're up here. And he put his hand up measuring to his eye level. So imagine saying, hey, you're up here, and he's raising his hand up to your eye level. Well, hold on, let me show you, because this was ridiculous.
Yeah, but Tyler Perry, he's never been.
He said this. Look, Uppity. He said, now remember the time, she said, remember the time you told me about my lover and so, and yeah, what did you say? He said, now ratchet quote. Tyler Perry says to this woman, live, I said that you were up here. No, she said, you told me that I was up here and my man was up here.
So he puts the man as higher.
Yes. You told me, I remember that time you made me second guess. I thought I was asking too much of my last relationship, and you reminded me,
Wow.
Mr. Perry, you brought me down the peg, Mr. Perry. You got me to seeing what you was talking about, how I ain't doing
Wow.
shit, Mr. Perry, because you told me, and I'll never forget how horrible. I'll never forget that black woman hanging on
Did
to
he
his
agree
word.
with that version? Did he
That
agree with
black
the
woman is
version?
hanging on to his words, uppity, and he said to her, and it crushed her. She's talking about, you told me I was here and my man was here, and that stuck with me. And now I see why I lost him. So what type of fucking hateful ass shit was that to tell a fucking black woman?
Wow.
And the shit stuck with her like a motherfucker. And he's sitting
As
there
it
with
would.
money.
They just recently did videos about Denzel Washington. I was disappointed to hear. Like, damn.
Well, I was happy to hear that Denzel Washington didn't want to take a movie because they was trying to make him kiss a cracker.
Well, I was happy about that too. But
That was more pride than the rest of them.
right. But that's messed up. Wow.
Yeah, broke her down like that's on my son. You wasn't worth nothing. He beneath you, and he was some trash ass wannabe whacker. And she's a whole celebrity and star now. Met Mr. Perry and got on. The type of person that he saw and took a liking upon was the type of girl and woman that was going to hang on to his every word whenever he felt like he wanted to devalue black women today. Break you on good down the peg. And then so again, by him telling her that, to me, that instantly sounded to me the way I heard her say that out of her mouth. It made me reflect on the fact that he probably wanted to fuck that dude. So if y'all was in real time, you were a star of his show. He's sitting here still in communication and correspondence with you, being a friend and a guest on your podcast and all of that. And the whole time was really involved in your life and knew you and your boyfriend at the time. And he's pedestalizing the man above you. That means he wanted to suck his dick the whole time.
Right.
Period.
And then, oh wow, that's crazy. And I said, you hear so many of his ex lovers, it get quiet after a while because he usually sues them or whoever knows what's after the words. But like, if he won't even let his ex lovers come up and talk their piece to him, why should black women settle for those type of marriages? Like, that's weird. But it's crazy to hear like how like they put the black men that they choose to put on pedestals and how it's, but you know, I can't really say nothing bad about
The
this.
dusties and the crusties and the musties.
Right.
And even a rich and powerful Tyler Perry will have an opportunity to tell the world and his community and the people how, you know, relationship dynamics when it comes to this particular dynamic. Right. And instead of telling the black man how, no, you could be the leader of your domain. See, you could be the, you know, breadwinner, and then she'll listen. You know, instead of being a real man's man, he's up there being a pussy ass faggot, telling everybody that the bitch is
dusty. I think because he's DL, he's attracted to DL men.
And he wanted to fuck that woman's man at the time. Exactly. He's glad they broke up. And he's probably still closer to him than he was with her. Even if the dude ain't gay and ain't going to give him none, he still know he can get a check from flirting with Mr. Perry's desperate ass.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just horrible.
And that's crazy because he would never settle for any man because his image is based around the church, which doesn't even accept him. And that's weird that he would base his whole career about it.
Very Tiffany Haddish of him to go
settle for that's a good analogy. You're right.
Right. And you could tell she want to be in a Perry movie.
He would never. But like I said, how he runs, that's why I was just asking your opinion, because he's getting this image out of being such a inclusive, creating jobs for black actors and da da da. You know what I'm saying? And then I heard how he
black actors get in the movie up, what they gotta do? Play second and third character to some main cracker who's got own a plantation, whose family is.
But black women should have been the one he felt when
he wants to fuck the black son.
Yeah, but black women should have been the how he felt with that Kim Kardashian thing. They said they absolutely did not want Kim Kardashian in the movie, and he was like, they're gonna have to get over it. He literally said that publicly. So luckily for me, like I said, I started watching him with the plays, and it was just like the images. It was funny, but then I was like, wow, like this is a reoccurring thing and stuff. But like I said, it was more the music that drew me into the plays than anything else. But then when my kids was like, we're over it, you know what I'm saying? But I stopped watching it. But when he started going to the movie thing, they said basically black women was like, nope, we don't want this Kim Kardashian in the movie. And he basically told black women get over it, and that was his hardcore audience.
Oh wow! Instead of telling old Kim Kardashian to get over it,
Correct.
he wanted her
So I was
nasty
like,
ass.
they should have learned their lesson
So
from
her
there.
nasty ass is in this movie, huh?
One of his movies, a movie came out a couple years ago.
A fucking sellout, and that's why he's so rich. So that's the format for you too. Black men always sell the black woman out, undervalue her, put her last, uplift white mediocrity. You'll always get ahead.
But he came up in the black church though. He only could do black, like the black churchland circlet put him on.
That's
you
how
know how everybody try to look down on it. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's how they do. They get on and leave you for a white girl. Because he sat there and used all them black women's, all them support. That was all cute. Because like I said, I saw it and liked it at first too. The plays was enough.
Yes.
When he did the movies, he could have switched his swag up some kind of way. He did not.
Only time he tried to push his swag up for his own images.
To grow and elevate in the eyes of the community like he really do. Because we're all out here evolving and growing, and this generation's under us. So he knows when it comes to that, he's going to go play down a style.
Yeah, but when I heard his, and I looked it up for myself, I forgot what the movie was, but it was a movie that came out a couple years ago. But I was shocked that he told black women basically like they don't have to watch it. I'm like, what you mean? Who do you think else gonna watch your movies? And if you notice, his movies they never saw it since. But he still got a good strong base, but not like I think he lost a lot of people when he said that. Because like the only thing they said was I don't even think they said he couldn't use a white woman. I just think they didn't want him to use a Kim Kardashian.
He got white people money because he'll put Brangelina in the role. And then the beautiful, amazing, melanated, black, talented ensemble will be around them in second fiddle. He purposely misses the mark as an illustration of his submission to his masters and their dominance over him.
Yeah, but they literally told him that he literally responded to black women. It was like he was talking directly to black women, and I was so shocked he had that big a nerve.
And they don't got no problem saying nothing to black women. Everybody will sit down and talk directly to black women, but nobody wants to sit down and talk directly to white racist motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I had been stopped watching him like that. But I was like, wow, I thought they would have canceled him after that, especially because he tried to make himself like a James Bond, but everybody think he's gay. And he never had black men support. And he has to know at this point in time, he's not going to ever get like straight black man support. So why would you ditch your hardcore base, which is only black women? Like that was idiotic to me.
That motherfucker is Queer McDuck.
Yeah, but black men, they to be PG, they will support, but they don't like Tyler Perry.
Why would Tyler Perry get up there in the discussion about black women marrying down and black women deserving and talking about wanting providers and protectors and talk about how they need to shut the fuck up and take a nigga that'll pay the light bill?
Because that's what his core base says that. His core base says that. Yusuf, have you not listened to Christian black women or women that even if they're not actually even if they don't publicly claim to be Christian, they want to be like they'll tell you that's their goal. They're working on it.
They're men obsessed. They're men worshipers.
Yes. So why that's his core base. That's what they like.
This is disgusting.
And there's nothing you can do about it. And I learned that. And that's why people be mad at me because people be mad. I don't know if it's the Pisces in me. Hold on. Now to get down. Please get down. I literally cry sometimes. And then they literally embarrass me. Like I'm happy. I don't even try to make new friends no more, except online sometimes. But I think I'm cutting that out too. But like I've had people in real life go to my daughter's father and be like, oh, you're doing such a good thing. You're an upgrade to her life. And he literally looking at them because he already know not to carry that attitude with me. But like he look at them like, what? Like he's literally doing the basic things in life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Taking care of his daughter. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to do that. Like he doesn't see like he's doing something special to me. But like in the past he would do that, but he's seen the reaction guy out of me. So he doesn't pay them people no mind no more. But you know what I mean? Black women literally feel special because like you show up to the kid's birthday party or you buy them some Pampers. So if he's doing like what he's supposed to do, that makes them think he's a king, and I don't think so, So I can imagine like how people feel if they get married to a guy that's gonna sit there and allow them to say wifey, even though they're paying all the bills. You know what I'm saying? They get to be the wife, even though, you know what I'm saying, their husband got a job. it doesn't matter if he's not contributing, and he making $15 an hour. You're making $25 an hour. He controls all the money.
They say a piece of man is better than no man at all, and they really believe that trash. They really
Yeah, but that's his audience.
What's a piece of bitch worth? Can she get a value? God damn.
They don't want one. Like, if you see people attacking me, you would know that. Like, and then these are main people that's attacking me. They say they Christian women. I could point it out, and I was like, listen, this is why I left the church. And don't let me say I left the church and I don't think Jesus is real. They want to burn me at the stake.
Jesus, bitch. Now, let me say one thing about because I got to ready to drop down.
Okay.
Because I got to finish on. What's the name though about Calvin Hunter? He's a nasty ass chip bag fucking in the ass sick ass fag too.
Who?
Remember Kevin Hunter, Wendy's ex abuser, and
yeah. I know he's
yeah, because you remember it was a couple years ago they had articles that came out with dudes that was saying he was DL and
a couple of them.
And how he came over his house one day and demanded that shitty kitty, that shitty Bucci. They said that he didn't get a chance to dish his asshole before Kevin went rammed up in him all shit, nut, and bloody. And brought that dirty dick back home, tried titty fuck Wendy, and disrespecting her and stealing all her money, taking around her shit ratchet Rena Hudson's house, right up the block on her bag. Now he's destitute again. She left him because the child support ran thin. So she ain't want his dusty broke ass no more. He couldn't get none of Wendy's motherfucking money no more. So now Wendy has secret money locked up. So now she's ready to go escape. She ready to leave Kevin and Kevin Jr. She's scared of them motherfuckers. And so I hope
she has secret of the money that she did a good prenup. Yeah,
she better not let him back in there because it looked like he's trying to.
But now that's what that now it look like that's what she about to do. Though.
No, she better not with her retarded.
I hope she don't. But she looked out. It was just like Nene. Her husband died. Remember, she tried to leave Greg because she had this new celebrity and stuff like that. But she went back to Greg.
Nene's a dick taster. She'll go around and suck and fuck on somebody's dick real quick and see if that's gonna be the one she's gonna steal.
Right.
Because I feel like
what she had to do, she had to go back to Greg. Wendy's the same way.
His dick ain't big enough, but she like how he eat the pussy with that beard.
Right. Remember how she got him? She took him for somebody when she needed him. You know what I'm saying? So Wendy and Nene are more same mindset. Nikki has to go to that level.
You see how they always argue and acting like they're not friends no more. Now they're frenemies and falling out, and they're both some coke whores with some big hard ass titties,
right?
And some ratchet bitches who need to get together and work it out.
Nene's stuck now because Greg is not nobody to fall back on. You know what I'm saying?
Shoulders of a feather float together, and then nobody worried about Nene out here fucking that dude. He's out here running the plug on her, going to steal all her money and bar none.
Right, and now she's being hunted. She's being hunted now.
Just ridiculous. So it's just saying it's all a part of the internalized of black women. It's all a part and responsible. I blame the internalization of the devaluing of black women.
Correct. I do too. That's all. Black women to wake up. I don't blame them for not waking up. I just ask them the ones that are able to do it.
Halle Berry groupies. All you motherfuckers feel like they ain't worth shit. And they internalize and they go around being some pick-me's and some dickianas. And it's sad that they always get the short end of the dick.
Mm-hmm. And money, most importantly.
With their broke asses. Broken in spirit, broke wallets, broke minds, and broken bucks. It's the fuck redonkulous. That's why I said they don't even deserve no pussy anyway. You can solve all of this. So anyway, let me get on out of here because I gotta handle something real quick.
Well, thank you for coming up, Yusuf, and your uninhibited commentary. I always enjoy it.
Well, thank you, and fuck them all.
Fuck them all. You already know I do it. Fuck it.
That's how you start an even playing field.
Facts,
motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
This dickhead up here and how he got all the money and won't even tell black men how to get the bag and be a leader and a fucking provider before he gonna tell y'all to take some broke dick. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses.
Right.
Y'all already see what's going on. Y'all see the play. Black women, y'all see the motherfucking play. Don't let these motherfucking dusty ass men of any fucking race walk the fuck over you.
That part.
fuck their ass up and stop giving birth to their dusty motherfucking ass. And start,
Mm-hmm.
even if you do, son the motherfuckers. You are the motherfucking mother of all. And stop using that as an excuse to be a mammy and start mammying these bitches because they're your fucking sons.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck out of here with their disrespectful asses.
Yeah.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
Motherfuckers. They get on my nerves. They do that all the time.
I know. Trust me. I go through it.
And they told me he up here talking about a light bill.
Who?
Tyler Perry, he said, as long as he can pay the light bill,
Oh,
he
yeah.
should be good enough. She can pay the mortgage and the car and the house and the insurance, and he'll just get the light. Girl,
You
and
know I'm against that shit. You know I'm against that shit.
ooh, bash his ass upside the head.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get out of here. I'm triggered though. No, I'm actually now. I'm about to go. Like, as soon as I click off, I'm going right back into a normal life. So I don't know what's
Yeah,
wrong
I
with
know that. It's all right. That's what it's for. Expressing our emotions.
you, honey. All right, peace out.
Later. But yeah, you guys. Oh what? Oh my god, almost 2 hours. But yeah, I just want to say, like, whatever you choose to do with your relationship, make sure you're the center of it. Don't go off of society values because everything, like you can see, glitters ain't gold. Look at the Wendy Williams situation versus Nikki. They went about it They went about it two different ways, got the same outcome, just in different ways. But they still getting taken away. I'd rather just wait in peace for what I really want. I'm talking about what I want. You only know what you want. So don't settle. Don't be a strawberry letter. Don't be a Jill Scott. Don't be a Lauren Hill. Like these are don't be a Wendy Williams. Don't be a Nikki Minaj. These are all great women who were so focused and knew what they wanted for themselves. They just allowed love and sex to cloud their judgment. And it has a lot to do with how you once you let somebody get to that point of you. So I think the best thing to do before you even get to the point of sex is just lock in with yourself. Lock in, especially if you have children or even before you have children, because it's even more nice if you can eliminate that in the process. That's why you will see most people say, like, I'm trying to reach people younger than me, but if I reach people in my same age group, cool, because we don't have to continue these things. And it's going to be more people, especially women, because smart men are not going to be attacking women. They're going to have other women do it for them. And sometimes these women they're not even aware that they're doing it. It's just that they're so locked into the wrong mindset that's not benefiting them. They're gonna just be fighting, fighting, fighting. So you have to learn to shift through what's for you, what's not for you, and just do you. Don't be sitting here around. Don't be a Wendy Williams. Don't be a Jill Scott. Don't be a Lauren Hill. Don't be a Nicki Minaj. Like, you see where it gets you. You could be as smart business wise as you want to. And instead of hating on the next female about what they're work, because they're not doing it like you did, especially if even if you don't admit it to nobody, personally it's not working. Don't come online because you're mad about life and bitter about your decision and trying to hate on the next bitch. If it's working for her or she even claim it is, let her do that. Work on yourself, because marrying down, dating down, being a boss bitch don't mean nothing if you're not complete with that. So if it means so much to you, get a man that's gonna upgrade you. I'm not saying that you don't gotta work. I'm saying, like, get somebody on your level or above it. I prefer above it, because that's just me. But it's already gonna be almost 2 hours, and that's a long time. So you guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Nene. Hope you guys got a lot out of this. So I'm just saying, before you sit here bragging on some shit that don't count, that you know at the bottom of your heart don't count, don't do it. Because how do you say? What don't come out in the wash, come out in the rinse. So ain't nobody gonna believe you. Look at Jeannie and Jeezy. Mm. Good night, y'all. Chef kisses. I'll probably see y'all on these YouTube streets. You are the prize, male or female, however you want to call yourselves, whatever you want. But I'm talking about females that was born that way. Whether you want to transition, because I don't even get a lot of like, I can't relate, but you know what I'm saying. I just can't relate to women that agreeing to do life on their terms. Do life on your terms. That's all I can tell you. I don't care what your terms are. Do it on your terms, as long as it's not harmful to anybody. That's why I'm gonna do a video about this girl I told y'all, LaJara Payton. I fucks with her. I like her. Ain't some shit I do, but you know, I like that she's doing it like that and smart about it. Even the people that trying to hate on her, I see how they gotta walk when they talk about that bitch. Now I don't want to call her a bitch, but you know what I mean. But anyway, female, stop hating on the next female journey. Stop trying to make the next female journey hard online hard because you're mad. You know, you look weird. I'm just telling you, but your friends ain't gonna tell you because y'all all mad deep down inside. That's why you gotta group up in weird ass groups that you gotta hold a secret from your real life. Everything I do, I let everybody know about it. I don't work, but you know, the closest I could get to work, they know about my page because they can't do shit about it. I'm the real way. I like everything I do on my same thing, same thing. hmm And they the same way, like y'all, miserable assholes, mad. But anyway, chef kisses. Do better. That's all I can tell y'all. Do better. You only get one life. Live it how you want to.